Listen carefully, because fake love is not loud. Fake love does not come screaming with red flags on day one. Fake love comes smiling. Fake love comes softly. Fake love comes exactly in the shape of what you are missing. Most people don't fall in love with a person. They fall in love with attention, validation, comfort, routine, and hope. And fake love knows this better than real love ever will. Fake love studies you. It watches what makes you insecure. It notices where you feel unloved. And then it performs exactly what you are craving, just long enough to hook you. That is why fake love hurts more than rejection. Rejection ends something. Fake love keeps something alive that was never real. Today, I want you to stop romanticizing confusion. Stop calling inconsistency complicated. Stop calling emotional distance space. Stop calling disrespect misunderstanding. Because love that is real does not leave you questioning your worth at night. The first sign of fake love is this. They love you when it's convenient for them, not when it's necessary for you. Pay attention. When things are easy, when you are smiling, when you are giving, when you are understanding, they are present. But the moment you need emotional support, clarity, reassurance, or consistency, suddenly they are tired, busy, stressed, overwhelmed, or not good at emotions. Fake love avoids responsibility. Real love leans in. If someone disappears emotionally every time things get serious, that is not emotional depth. That is emotional immaturity. Love is not about being there only on good days. Anyone can love you when you are happy. Real love shows up when you are anxious, afraid, insecure, or hurting. If you always have to be low maintenance to keep someone, you are not loved. You are tolerated. The second sign of fake love is inconsistency disguised as passion. One day they are intense. Deep conversations, big promises, future plans. You're special. I've never felt this way. And the next day, cold, distant, dry replies, energy gone. This emotional roller coaster is not chemistry, it is manipulation. Fake love creates highs so powerful that you stay addicted during the lows. Your nervous system is not supposed to be in survival mode in love. If you feel anxious, waiting for replies, overthinking tone changes, replaying conversations in your head, that is not romance. That is emotional instability. Consistency is growing only to people who thrive on chaos. If someone truly values you, you will not have to guess where you stand. The third sign of fake love is conditional affection. They are loving when you agree. They are sweet when you obey. They are kind when you don't challenge them. But the moment you express a boundary, a need, or a concern, their love changes tone. Suddenly you are too sensitive. Suddenly you are overreacting. Suddenly you are creating drama. Fake love has access without accountability. Real love does not punish you for speaking up. Real love listens even when it disagrees. If you feel scared to express yourself because you might lose them, that is not love. That is emotional control. Love should make you feel safe to be honest, not silent. The fourth sign of fake love is future talk without present effort. They talk about marriage, commitment, loyalty, forever, but their actions today are empty. Words are cheap to someone who never plans to follow through. Fake love lives in promises. Real love lives in patterns. If months go by and nothing changes, believe the behavior, not the potential. You are not asking for too much. You are asking the wrong person. Someone who truly loves you does not keep you waiting indefinitely while benefiting from your presence. Love is not a placeholder. The fifth sign of fake love is how you feel about yourself while loving them. This is the most important one. Fake love slowly erodes your self-esteem. You start doubting yourself. You start questioning your worth. You start justifying disrespect. You start shrinking to keep peace. real love expands you. Fake love drains you. If loving someone makes you feel lonely, anxious, insecure, or never enough, something is wrong. Love is supposed to feel safe, warm, and grounding, not like a test you are constantly failing. Understand this deeply. Fake love does not mean the person is evil. It means they are incapable of loving you the way you deserve, and that is not your job to fix. Stop romanticizing potential. Stop waiting for someone to become emotionally available. Stop giving chances to behavior that keeps repeating. Love is not proven through words, excuses, or apologies. Love is proven through consistency, effort, and emotional presence. You don't need more patience. You need clarity. You don't need to try harder. You need to choose better. And choosing better starts with walking away from anything that makes you feel small in the name of love. Because real love does not confuse you. Real love does not drain you. Real love does not make you beg to be chosen. Real love chooses you every single day. And here's something most people don't want to hear. Fake love survives because you cooperate with it. Not because you're weak, not because you're foolish, but because you hope. Hope is powerful. Hope makes you ignore patterns. Hope makes you explain bad behavior with good intentions. Hope makes you believe effort will eventually change someone who has shown you who they are. Fake love feeds on hope. You tell yourself they're just busy. They've been hurt before. They don't know how to express emotions. They'll change once they feel secure. But let me say this clearly. A person who wants to love you properly will learn. They will try. They will adjust. People change habits when something matters. If nothing is changing, you already have your answer. Another painful truth, fake love often comes from people who enjoy being loved but do not enjoy loving back. They like your attention, they like your loyalty, they like your emotional availability, but they don't want responsibility, consistency, or emotional labor. They want the benefits of love without the work of love. And slowly, without realizing it, you become emotionally exhausted trying to earn what should be freely given. You start performing. You become extra understanding, extra patient, extra forgiving. But love is not a performance review. You don't get promoted by tolerating neglect. Fake love also avoids clarity. Notice how difficult it is to get a straight answer. Where are we going? What do you want? How do you feel about me? Everything is vague. Let's see. Don't rush. I'm not ready for labels. But somehow you're expected to give loyalty, time, emotional availability, and exclusivity without security. That imbalance is not accidental. It is intentional. Confusion keeps you attached. Clarity gives you power. If someone benefits from you being unsure, they will never give you certainty. Another sign hiding in plain sight. Fake love resents your growth. When you start becoming confident, when you set boundaries, when you stop chasing, when you stop tolerating less, they pull away, they get distant, they accuse you of changing. Because fake love prefers you insecure. Insecurity makes you easier to control. Real love celebrates your evolution. Fake love feels threatened by it. Ask yourself honestly, do they support who you are becoming, or only who you were when you needed them more? Fake love also turns accountability into conflict. Every serious conversation becomes an argument. Every concern becomes a fight. Every boundary becomes a problem. Why? Because accountability threatens comfort. A person who loves you genuinely will want to understand your pain, even if it makes them uncomfortable. A person who loves you fake will defend themselves harder than they care about hurting you. If someone constantly prioritizes being right over being kind, that is not love. And here's something subtle but dangerous. Fake love keeps you emotionally hungry. They give you just enough affection to stay, just enough attention to hope, just enough reassurance to not leave. This is called breadcrumbing. You are not nourished, you are kept starving. Real love is generous, fake love is strategic. Pay attention to how often you feel loved, almost chosen, almost prioritized, almost secure. Almost is where dreams go to die. Another reality people avoid. Fake love often mirrors your childhood wounds. If you grew up having to earn affection, if love felt inconsistent, if approval was conditional, fake love will feel familiar. Familiar does not mean healthy. It means unfinished healing. And until you heal that part of you, you will keep mistaking anxiety for attraction and intensity for intimacy. Real intimacy feels calm. Fake love feels addictive. Your body already knows the truth. That constant tightness in your chest, that restlessness, that anxiety before speaking your truth, that's not excitement. That's self-betrayal. And self-betrayal is the price you pay to stay in fake love. You don't lose people by setting boundaries. You lose people who benefited from you having none. Let that sink in. Because the moment you stop overgiving, fake love reveals itself. They stop trying. They stop showing up. They stop caring. And that is not loss. That is clarity. The hardest part is not leaving fake love. The hardest part is accepting that what you wanted was never there. But once you accept that, you stop chasing illusions and start choosing peace. And peace is not loneliness. Peace is the absence of emotional chaos. You were never asking for too much love. You were asking the wrong person for it. And as long as you keep calling fake love almost enough, you will never experience what real love actually feels like. And when you stay in fake love long enough, something dangerous happens. You start doubting your own intuition. You feel it in your gut. You notice the distance. You sense the shift. But instead of trusting yourself, you start asking others, searching for validation, replaying moments to prove to yourself that you're not imagining it. That's how fake love disconnects you from your inner voice. You weren't confused before you met them. You became confused trying to keep them. Another pattern. Fake love makes you compete for basic affection. You compete with their phone, their friends, their work, their past, their moods. Love is not a competition. If you have to fight to be seen, you're already losing yourself. A person who genuinely loves you does not make you feel replaceable. Fake love also keeps you in emotional debt. You're constantly remembering the few good moments, that one deep conversation, that one kind gesture, that one time they showed up, and you use those memories to justify months of neglect. One good moment does not cancel consistent disrespect. Love is not about collecting highlights to excuse pain. Another quiet sign, fake love avoids emotional responsibility. idea of them, not the reality. You miss who they were at the beginning. You miss the potential. You miss the version of them that only appeared when you were about to leave. That version is not real. It's a tactic. People don't become better partners when they fear losing you. They become temporarily attentive. Consistency reveals truth. Crisis reveals intention. Another sign hiding in behavior. Fake love does not protect the relationship. They don't set boundaries with others. They don't correct disrespect. They allow situations that make you feel unsafe or insecure. Love protects what it values. If someone watches you feel uncomfortable and does nothing, they have already chosen themselves. And slowly you become tired. Not tired of loving, tired of trying. That exhaustion is your soul asking for honesty, because love should not feel like emotional labor you perform alone. You were not meant to convince someone to choose you. You were meant to be chosen without persuasion. And the longer you stay, the harder it becomes to remember that. So hear this one last time, clearly, without fear, without excuses. Fake love ends the moment you stop abandoning yourself. The moment you choose your dignity over attachment. The moment you choose peace over potential. The moment you choose truth over comfort. You were never hard to love. You were just giving your heart to someone who could not hold it. Love is not proven,